How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the latest edition of Transylvanian Girlfriend Reacts.
Still here, still Transylvanian, still reacting.
So all good. You know, the boxes continue to be ticked.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, like, if all of a sudden I'm, blonde, skinny, and he changes Transylvanian into Swedish, it's no longer me. I have not had an operation. It's simply a different person.
There's been rumors, has there, like rumbling or something,
Transylvanian girlfriend exchange for skinny, tall, blonde. Sex indefined.
Okay. Anyway, excuse me, with that said, today's film that we're watching is Stand By Me. And I guess before I let you just kind of go through what your expectations are going into this one, I will just say that this is my favorite film of all time. And I think I'll just leave it at that and let you go what you're expecting from this film or what you know going into it.
Well, to be honest, when you told me that we're going to watch a movie called Stand By Me, I was wondering if it had anything to do with a tall Swedish blonde person.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense.
but Stand By Me, it's like just the piece on the side. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. Like, I know that it's kind of like a like not necessarily like a movie for children, but a movie with children.
Yeah.
And after we watched the other kid movie,
The Goonies.
The Goonies,
yeah.
Which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. I know it's different. I know it's not as comedic.
Tonally, it's different.
Yeah, I know it's not as comedic.
Although there is humor in it, though, but it is totally different.
Yeah, you can't make a child's film with children and without humor. Like, I don't think that's possible. But apart from that, I'm just kind of looking forward to it. It seems to be an adventure film. So yeah, definitely. I know Wil Wheaton is in it.
Yeah.
And
from Star Trek, and
Star
you know
Trek,
him more so from the Big Bang Theory.
I was gonna say I know him from Star Trek, but I know him even more so from the Big Bang Theory.
River
where
Phoenix.
He played himself. Yeah,
he did. Yes, River Phoenix is also in it.
Yeah. Yep.
Joaquin's late brother.
Joaquin's. Yeah, I know.
And Corey Feldman, who you saw in the Goonies, doing Mouth.
Yeah,
he's
him.
in it.
Yeah.
And Jerry O'Connell is in it.
Yeah,
he's the chubby kid of this group.
Obviously, which is interesting. You would never think
see him
that
now.
Jerry
He's a very
O'Connell
fit guy now. Yeah,
would be like
But,
so but I look forward to it. Let's see what what the movie brings for us.
Yeah. Okay, guys. We will now watch Stand By Me.
So stand by us. Does it start with a song? When the night has gone. Yes, that is the song. It's funny.
That's Hooper from Jaws when the guy goes in the cage.
Yeah. I love the version of the song.
Yeah, it's like a melody kind of thing.
Yeah. Blast from the past.
Yeah, exactly.
I was 12 going on 13 the first time I saw a dead human being.
Wil Wheaton.
Yep. Pre-Star Trek. He started Star Trek the year after.
I was living...
Nice weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that'd be nice here now again.
I was gonna say unlike outside.
And your dog's
How are they smoking?
Didn't I just say I was
the 50s.
friends?
Yeah. And
I knock.
Parents probably didn't know.
One time he held Teddy's ear to a stove and almost burned it off.
His ear.
I knock.
Seriously.
You four-eyed pile of shit. Pile of shit has 1,000 eyes.
Okay.
Chambers was the leader of our gang and my best friend. He came from a bad family, and everyone just knew he'd turn out bad.
Oh man, you guys are not gonna believe this. This is so boss.
Chunk of the group.
Oh man, where do you hear this? Where do you hear this?
So what are you pissing and moaning about, Verno?
I knock.
What? You liar, you ain't...
You guys wanna go see a dead body?
We all understood what Vern meant right away. At the beginning of the school year, he had buried a quart jar of pennies. He drew a treasure map so he could find them again. A week later, his mom cleaned out his room and threw away the map. Vern had been trying to find those pennies for 9 months.
Call him. So? It ain't nothing to us. The kid's dead, so it ain't nothing to him neither. And who gives a shit if they ever find him? I don't.
But it's that kid they were talking about on the radio. Brocker. Or Brower, or Flowers, whatever his name is.
We had all followed the Ray Brower story very closely because he was a kid our age. He had gone out to pick blueberries, and nobody'd seen him since.
I think we should tell the cops.
I know the back Harlow Road. It comes to a dead end by the Royal River. The train tracks are right there.
He must have started walking on the train tracks and just followed them the whole way.
So
Yeah.
they're going.
Train must have come
So
along.
those older boys saw the
smack
body.
Mhm.
They found it. I think they'd robbed the car. That's why they didn't want to tell anyone.
Find him, we'll get our pictures in the paper.
Yeah, we can even be on TV.
Sure.
We'll be heroes.
Yeah. Let's do it. What do you say?
All right.
Gordy?
Sure.
Vern? I don't know.
Probably not.
Come on, Bruno.
I mean, first of all, I wouldn't want to find a dead body.
That summer at home, I had become the invisible boy.
Why? Because his parents are not really talking.
Mom!
It's in Denny's room.
Oh.
My older brother, Dennis, had been killed in a Jeep accident.
Oh.
4 months had passed, but my parents still hadn't been able to put the pieces back together.
This, my friend, is for you.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
John Cusack.
Yeah.
It looks good on you, too, just like that.
Hey, Mom, I'm going blind!
Hey, don't start with me, Porcupine. Come here. Come here. Give me a hug.
Why can't you have friends like Denny's?
Dad, they're okay.
Sure they are. A thief and 2 Phoebes.
Chris isn't a thief.
He stole the milk money at school. He's a thief in my book.
It's nice to be compared to your dead brother.
But you can feel the harsh kind of just atmosphere of everything,
Yeah.
you know.
Basically taking all of his frustration out on him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And-
I think they should be more cherishing him that he's their only
Yeah,
child
exactly.
left. Like.
But they're doing the
Yeah.
opposite.
You want to be the Lone Ranger or the Cisco Kid? Walking, talking, Jesus. Is it loaded? Hell no! Jesus!
Oh, dear Lord!
Oh, man, I need you to see your face. Damn, that was cool. That was really fine. You knew it was loaded, you wet end! Even if she goes to hell because you
He
lied?
used to always do
Yeah,
that.
I swear.
She goes to hell if you're lying, you know.
Pinky swear. Pinky swear.
Well, pinky swear must be a very honourable thing.
So also you do this.
Yeah, it's like
Hey, girls, where you going?
Where's what's his
Oh,
face?
man, my brother gave me that.
Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland, yeah.
Give it to me! You're a real asshole, you know that?
Ooh. That's why I'm going to give him the opportunity of taking it back.
Who are they? Like just guys? The other guy.
Is Chris's older brother.
Stop it, man!
The blonde guy or
No,
the
the
other
other
one?
guy. Him.
Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
There.
Total shithead.
Yeah.
What? And he took his brother's
Yeah.
hat away?
Yeah. Give a shit.
Oh,
This is scumbags.
total scumbags.
Yep.
Well, what do we need a pistol for anyway? Spooky sleeping out at night in the woods. We might see a bear. Or a garbage can. I brought a comb. What do we need a comb for? Well, if we
He's
get
so
on TV,
innocent.
we want to look good, don't we? It's a lot of thinking, Vern.
Did your mother ever have any kids that lived?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Very much like Wicklow, isn't it?
It
With the
is. It
trees.
is very
Yeah.
much like Wicklow, yeah.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Who's got the food?
Shit.
They didn't bring
Anybody
food.
bring anything?
Not me.
It was Vern's idea. Why didn't you bring something?
What am I supposed to do? Think of everything? I brought the comb.
Oh, wait, you brought the comb. What do you need a comb for? You don't even have any hair.
Yeah, I got $1 too.
The 50s, a little more.
68 cents from Chris. 60 cents from Teddy. 7 cents for.
Aww.
I haven't found my pennies yet.
No, no.
Come on, Teddy.
No. I'm gonna dodge it.
He's a little bit death thirsty.
Get the hell off the tracks, Teddy. You want to get yourself killed?
Just like the beach in Normandy.
What, goddammit? You're trying to kill yourself.
Good point.
Skin it.
I could have dodged it.
Listen, Teddy, you can dodge it on the way back, man. Skin it.
Chris has a good soul, doesn't he?
Hmm. Also has a good sense of.
Yeah, he knew it, right?
Yeah. Oh, for God's sakes.
About this time,
Hey, Vern. Looks like your mom's been out driving again.
Oh, it's so funny I forgot to laugh.
That's so funny.
might hear the dread cry, Chopper, sick balls. Right now, neither the dread Chopper nor Milo.
Hey, race you.
No, I don't.
Oh, right to the
think so.
punt, man. Come on.
I'm kind of tired.
Go! Oh, you're dead. Chambers is making his move. The chance is fading on it. Chambers at the tape. The crowd goes wild.
In real life, Will had to run slow because he was faster in real
Oh,
life.
yeah, okay.
So he had to pretend he was running fast.
This is really a good time.
You must.
Flat.
From when you were a child in the summer, you just hanging out, you know.
Aww.
And then you laughed and you're like, oh, poor Vern.
Odd man goes.
That's you, Gordy. Out as a cod.
Slippery lead.
Yeah.
4 tails. Oh, Jesus, man. That's a goocher. Oh, come on, Vern.
It's like probably Bad Omen or something.
Do you remember what Clint Bracken...
Shut up.
I grow up, and when I look at you, I throw up.
Your mother goes around the corner and she licks it up.
And preferably disgusting ways to degrade a friend's mother was always held in high regard.
Well, your mother jokes have been around.
Dad, can I have the potatoes?
That's what I hear, son.
Are you going to see Jane after the game? I think she's a lovely girl.
Pop, did you read the story that Gordy wrote? Gordy wrote a story. It was really good.
What did you write, sweetheart?
That's what I'm talking about. Football takes concentration. You start in on the girls and his mind's all over the place.
I really liked it. Thought it was great.
He was trying to get his father to acknowledge him as well, you know, for what he does.
Yeah.
You play football. What do you do?
I don't know.
Even like, it's what it seems like his brother's more of a father to him than his own father. You know what I mean? In terms of looking out for him.
Yeah.
Or,
Said Sickum Boy. But what I heard was, Chopper, sick balls.
He heard what?
Chopper, sick balls.
That's Chopper.
Chopper was my first lesson in the vast difference between myth and reality.
For a minute or something, they were thinking of.
Oh, but he is biting. He is biting.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to get into his way.
Sonny, I'm gonna beat your ass teasing my dog like that.
Yeah, like she tried to climb over his fence and get me fat ass.
You little tin weasel peckerwood loony, son.
What did you call me?
Your dad's a loony. A loony up in the nut house in Togus. He took your ear and he put it to a stove and he burnt it off. Loony, loony, loony.
Ah! I'm gonna rip your head off and shut down your neck!
And all your fathers are gonna get a call from me. Except for the loony up in Togus.
Rob Reiner directed it, said that, like, Corey Feldman was the only actor who came in who could, at that age, who could show that rage.
Rage, yeah.
I wondered how Teddy could care so much for his dad who practically killed him.
Whatever is between you and your old man, he can't change that.
Forget it, all right? Just forget it.
Have gun will travel, reach the car.
Vern knows how to pick his moments, doesn't he?
He's trying to.
Trying when he wasn't reading the room.
But going to see a dead kid, maybe it shouldn't be a party.
If he's really bad, like all cut up in blood and shit all over him.
Oh, dear
My
Lord.
Nightmares.
Oh, no, I see why yesterday when we went for the walk, you saw that
Yeah.
it looked a lot like it. It does look a lot like it.
Really
Sorry,
good
what
though.
are they doing?
It's a tattoo thing, isn't it?
No, they're cutting it into the skin.
When are they gonna give up? Kid's gone. They're never gonna find him.
Not where they're looking.
They ain't never gonna find him. Would you hold still? You're making me fuck up the snake part.
Disgusting.
I bet you $1,000 they find him before
Is that what they were
But you
doing at the time?
$2,000 they don't.
They put,
What's
they
the
actually
big
put some,
deal? Who cares?
Would you two just shut the fuck up?
ink
If either
on
one
there.
of you assholes had $2,000, I'd kill you both.
Oh, he's a good friend.
Hey,
isn't
we're
he?
back here with
Yeah.
boss man Bob Cormier from the Cordettes with Lollipop.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop, lollipop. Ba-dum bum bum.
Am I weird?
Yeah, but so what? Everybody's weird.
What a great answer. Great answer.
True.
Courses and meet Teddy and Vern while we'll be in the shop courses with the rest of the retards making ashtrays and birdhouses. Well, then you're an asshole.
What's asshole about wanting to be with your friends?
It's asshole if your friends drag you down.
No, nothing. Mighty Mouse is a cartoon. Superman is a real
Love
guy.
the contrasted
All cartoons
conversations.
made up a real guy.
True. I know how your dad feels about you. He doesn't give a shit about you. Danny was the one he cared about, and don't try to tell me different.
He's kind of writing in there. Isn't he?
As I say, he seems quite
Wise.
yeah, for his age, yeah.
Kids lose everything unless there's someone there to look out for them. And if your parents are too fucked up to do it, then maybe I should.
Everyone should have a friend like that. Like,
I think you like Chris, don't you?
yeah, he's
he's a good
brilliant.
character. You walking across that, you wanna?
I'm not sure.
We go across here, we can get to the same place in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but if a train comes, there's nowhere to go. Just jump. Teddy, it's 100 feet.
Jump.
Yeah, Teddy.
Problem is, you also kind of have to cross it quite fast.
Maybe. Yeah, I could still walk fast enough. But
Oh, he was trying to see whether a
vibration.
train
That was
comes.
clever. Yeah.
You have to be careful and you have to be fast. Oh dear lord. You're not fast like that. He's gonna lose his comb.
Oh, the comb.
I lost the comb. Forget it, Vern.
He brought a comb, like that was his thing.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was bringing to the party, you know.
It's there! Run!
Train! Come here!
Fuck. Oh no. I mean, of course,
At
they
least
wouldn't
now
have
we know when
died,
the
but
next
like,
train was due.
God.
Nothing like a smoke after a meal.
Yeah.
Hey, Gordo, why don't you tell us the story?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Not one of your horror stories, okay? I don't want to hear no horror
It's you.
stories.
I was gonna say, that's what I would have said to you.
Well, the one I've been thinking about's kind of different. It's about this piting contest. Well, all the kids, instead of calling him Davy, they call him Lardass. Lardass Hogan.
A newcomer to the fight, but one we expect great things from in the future, young Master David Hogan.
Nice one, no?
Are you all right, young man?
Here you got a big appetite, Lord Ass. Don't even think about winning this.
Quite messy, went up your nose, like.
Lardass wasn't really interested in winning. What he wanted was revenge. He'd gotten ready for it.
What's that?
Castor oil. No, right.
God, what is he gonna do?
Lardass' stomach.
Oh, you.
A
Oh.
strange and scary sound. And before Bill Travis knew it, he was covered with 5 pies.
He deserved it. Remember, he tripped him at the beginning.
The women in the audience screamed. Boss man Bob Cormier was sitting next to him. Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits. But when the smell hit a complete and total barforama. Did Lardass have to pay to get in the contest? No, Vern. Oh, great.
Why did he need to know that? Like,
Mickey's a mouse, Donald's a duck, Pluto's a dog. What's Goofy?
the dog, isn't he?
I think so.
What the hell is Goofy?
The mystery.
This is a good
The
question.
million-dollar
I
question.
think that reminds me of our walk in the woods yesterday.
Yeah, it does actually. Like this, all these dogs started howling, like loads of them, like in unison.
Maybe we should stand guard. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh.
Should have been you, Gordon.
Aww. Not that the dad would actually want that, but like that's the kind of message that he brings across. I think the only one that doesn't have the issues is
Vern.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe you could go into the college courses with me. That'll be the day. He won't let me. What do you mean? Just one of those low-life Chambers kids. That's not true. Oh, it is. No one even asked me if I took the milk money that time. I just got a 3-day vacation. Maybe I was sorry and I tried to give it back. You tried to give it back? Maybe. Let's just say that I stole the milk money, but old lady Simon stole it back from me. And do you think that that bitch would have dared try something like that if it'd been one of those douchebags from up on the View if they had taken the money? No way. I never thought the teacher. So fuck anyway. And I could go someplace where nobody knows me.
The reputation of the family just goes on him as well.
Yeah.
Literally 2 minutes before, so there's a tough undertone to this film, like, you know, and literally
Sad undertone.
Yeah, sad undertone. There is, yeah.
And Pez and root beer. Sorry, Vern. I guess a more experienced shopper could have gotten more for your 7 cents. Gentlemen, the Royal. I think we should stick to the tracks.
I say we go across the field.
Yeah. Let's go. Take no prisoners! You don't know what's in those woods.
No, he's scared.
Hey, you guys, wait up for me.
You gotta swear on your mother's good name that you won't tell anybody.
You got it, pal.
Billy and Charlie had managed to keep their enormous secret for about 36 hours, a personal record for both of them. By noon, they had told their secret to everybody in the gang. I guess for those guys, protecting their mother's good name wasn't a top priority.
In the country. I still don't think we should go.
You stated your position clearly. I'm gonna state mine. Get in the fucking car. Now! Let's go.
Maybe Vern was right.
Uh-oh.
How are we supposed to get across this?
We'll use you as a raft.
Very funny. Hey, you know, it's not that deep. You can walk across.
That was always going to happen.
There's something on your neck. Yeah, right. I'm not falling for that one a chance. No, Vern. There is something on your neck.
Sweet.
Oh God, they're everywhere.
Cordy, man, there's someone on your back.
Get him up! Get him up!
Swamp of leeches.
You're lucky if they don't stick to the tip of your penis. Yep.
You really call that one.
Faint.
Cordy, man, are you?
Maybe he's dead.
He's not dead. He's still breathing, you idiot.
Well, I don't know.
What's your
Whatever,
problem,
it was in a
champ?
very
Had a leech hanging
uncomfortable
from his
area.
balls. He fainted.
What are you, his mother?
Eat shit. I think Chris is right. Let's go back.
Oh, what a surprise. The king of the pussies wants to go back too.
Pussy, pussy, pussy. Four-eyed psycho.
We enraged him too much.
Stop it.
Break it up!
Stop it!
I'm not going back.
I didn't know why I needed to see that body so badly. Even if no one had followed me, I would have gone on alone.
God, I got him! I got him!
Go back, man! Come on, man! Don't fuck around!
Shit, man! Shit!
I won.
This the back Harlow Road?
Yeah.
Teddy, you and Vern watch the left side of the tracks. We'll take the right.
All right.
There he is! I see him! Look! Look over there! I see him! I see him!
Oh, does he?
Somewhere under those bushes was the rest of Ray Brower.
So it was hit by a train?
Yeah.
The kid wasn't sick. The kid was dead.
I think reality is hitting them now. You know.
Yeah.
Don't say that. It should have been me. Don't say that, man. Hates me. My dad hates me. He hates me a little good.
That is so sad.
You're gonna be a great writer someday, Gordy.
What the fuck do you know about this?
Some bitch. My little brother.
Better start running, eyeball. They got dibs.
We earned you, man. You guys came in a car. That's not fair.
There's 4 of us, eyeball. You just make your move.
Oh, we will.
Fern, you little son of a whore. You was under the porch.
Okay, Chambers, you little faggot. This is your last chance. What do you say, kid?
Go home and fuck your mother some more.
You're dead.
Come on, Chris, split.
You're not taking
Come on,
him.
man, this is crazy.
He's a psycho.
You have to kill me, Ace.
No problem.
Oh yeah, he's got the gun.
Nobody's taking him.
Come on, kid, just give me the gun before you take your foot off. You must have at least some of your brother's good sense.
Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
What are you gonna do, shoot us all?
No, Ace. Just you.
We're gonna get you for this.
Maybe you will and maybe you won't.
Oh, we will. We're not gonna forget this if that's what you're thinking.
Killer seeing that body just had a profound effect on
Yeah,
him.
effect on him, of course.
So
Yeah.
he was just like,
You're not getting him.
Whoever told you had a fat one a chance? Biggest one in 4 counties. Yeah. We're gonna take him. No.
But we came all this way. We were supposed to be heroes.
Not this way, Teddy.
he's been respectful of the dead, I think, isn't he? You know.
Ray Brower's body was found, but neither our gang nor their gang got the credit.
It's a great shot, isn't it?
Hmm.
We headed home. Although many thoughts raced through our minds, we barely spoke.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Through the night and made it back to Castle Rock a little past 5 o'clock.
I love how Stand By Me walks and it's like it's just running in the background.
It's in
A
school.
motif, kind of.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you in junior high.
Oh, they always that horrible thing, the end of the summer holidays, just school after the weekend.
Penny.
Hey, Chris. No hard feelings, okay?
No way, man.
Or what?
Remember in the train when the Dodge, he stopped him doing the Dodge, remember?
Yeah, but he already
Yeah.
like
I guess maybe he just
thanked
played,
him for it.
maybe it
like,
played on his mind a bit more than we thought,
Yeah.
you know.
kind of
As
like
time went
best
on, we
friend.
saw less and less of Teddy and Vern, until eventually they became just 2 more faces in the halls. Happens sometimes. Friends come in and out of your life like busboys in a restaurant.
He said, as time went on, we saw less and less of Teddy and Vern until eventually
Oh, really?
they just became 2 more faces in the hallway. And that happened to me, you know, when I went from primary school. Because secondary school, there's a lot more people, you meet new
Yeah.
people, and without even realizing it, you kind of drift from some of your best friends from primary school, and you make new
you
friends.
drift
And
apart.
it'd be kind of that thing of like, you just say, oh, how's it going? And that was it. You just give them a salute, but it's so true. you
That's
know?
so sad.
Yeah.
Vern got married out of high school, had 4 kids, and is now the forklift operator at the Arsenault lumberyard. Teddy tried several times to get into the army, but his eyes and his ear kept him out. Last I'd heard, he'd spent some time in jail and was now doing odd jobs around Castle Rock.
I'm never gonna get out of this town, am I, Gory? You can do anything you want, man.
Chris did get out. He enrolled in the college courses with me. He went on to college and eventually became a lawyer. Last week, he entered a fast food restaurant. 2 men got into an argument. One of them pulled a knife, tried to break it up. He was stabbed in the throat. He died almost instantly.
So true, isn't it?
Not for me necessarily,
for
but I
me,
get the
yeah.
sentiment.
Definitely for me. Kind of things that you did with children at that age in particular, you know. And now, at the end, to close out, you get the song, which I think is great. You get the
The
actual
original.
song. Okay, Stand By Me. Well, I'll take the earphones out. Yeah. What did you think?
That was a great film. That was a
Yeah.
really good film.
Yeah.
What I really loved about it is like, as opposed to the Goonies, which was, like a fun film and an
Yeah.
exciting
Yeah.
film
Yeah.
and a funny film as well. This actually had a completely different depth to it.
Yeah. It's a lot more
like,
grounded in reality.
Yeah, but also like, I mean, they kind of just blew past it, but like the tragedy of family at the time,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
like you said, the relationship between what's his face, the guy with the ear, Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy's dad that was clearly traumatized by the war, and
Yeah.
then kind of took it out on his son in such an incredibly cruel way. And
And then you have the other side of the coin where Gordy's father does it in a more, not in a physical way, but in a kind of a mentally, it's destroying Gordy.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like exactly, if he thinks that
Yeah.
his father actually hates him,
Yeah.
like he's already completely traumatized by the behavior. And also the same goes for Chris, that just has this like down-rotten family, and
Yeah.
he doesn't feel like he's got any chance
Yeah.
in
He's just shipped in as one of those
yeah,
chambers kids.
exactly.
That's it. Oh, you're
And
another one of those stupid chambers kids.
and let's face it,
You'll amount to nothing.
I think that's the thing that was that I'm sure still happens today.
Yeah.
People are like just kind of like saying,
Dismissed.
you're being dismissed, but you're also like you're put in with your family's reputation, whether it's good or bad. Like I think it's but I think at the time, since it was a different time, there was a lot more weight to this. Nowadays you have so many more options to actually get away from things like that, but back in the day, there was no
And
option.
there was no talk about like mental health or any of that kind of stuff back
Of
then. Like that
course
wasn't
not.
even a thought.
But also there wasn't any social support, or
Yeah.
like there was. I mean, of course there would have been communities and stuff, but like your reputation kind of had a completely different impact, or not even your reputation, your family's reputation.
Yeah, the outlets were a lot less frequent, I guess. You know what I mean? For you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was about your value as a person. Like you were from a family without value, so therefore you were yourself without value. Like he was saying, like the teacher actually eventually stole the milk money from him. And I'm sure she wouldn't have, like he said, she wouldn't have done that with a boy from like a good family or whatever. She wouldn't have dared.
No.
But she dared with him because
she was like, knew she could get away with it.
Yeah, you will definitely get away with it because he's not really worth anything. And like the sadness that he had behind it, because like as I said before, like for a child of that age, he was kind of he had a wisdom like beyond his years.
He probably had to, because of all the stuff he'd experienced, the hurt and the pain that he had experienced himself. Like you could even say that he was almost trying to protect Gordy, looking out for him, that kind of stuff.
Well, no, he definitely did. And but that's what I mean, like it was just kind of like sad, because he also already understood, I'm not being seen for myself, I'm being seen for just one member of that family or whatever, like I'm being seen for an imagery and not so much for who I really am. And obviously for him, I think the teacher, you could see that he was hurt that actually happened to the teacher, because
the teacher would do that, because the teacher's supposed to look out for you.
The teacher is supposed to look out for you, and also you could see he was a very clever boy. I mean, eventually he did make it to college.
Yeah, he did.
But at the time he didn't even see that this opportunity, because it was like, I can be intelligent, I can be clever, but I will never, outlive my family's reputation. So I think, seeing how much more people were stuck at the time, and like it kind of like.
And I guess you could say as well that like children who probably could have had potential, but because of that reputation where they were stuck with, they never got
did.
to even try and realize that potential.
Yeah, couldn't have, And it gives an insight a bit of into the boomer, like cultural part, like it was kind of a rough life, and most of the parents of this generation would have been somewhat maybe impacted by the war or the depression and all of the things that actually happened the time
That they've
before,
seen and experienced, yeah.
and so I think I honestly I thought there was so many layers to this film, because technically not that much happens. They have this nice little adventure, they have this nice little trek. There's a couple of like exciting moments. There's the painful leech incident, but
the train trestles.
but that's what I mean. Like,
no, I don't say, but yeah, you have that stuff, and obviously you're engaged by it all.
And
but the heart of it is what these kids are going through, kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah,
of their
that's
family.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like it's about their dynamic, it's about their psychology, it's about their lives beyond this 1-2 day escape.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what it was. Like it was a 2-day escape with a questionable goal when you think about it. We want to find a dead body.
But then as they get to the end, Gordy kind of sees like this is, it's almost like
a reality hits them,
why are we treating this like an achievement to find this dead body, and we're glorifying all this? We're not going to do this. And like, completely agree with you on all of that. And also what, like, when I was a child, I got first saw Stand By Me, it was like, oh, cool, like kids my age are going on an adventure, and that's what I liked about it. And that was great. But as an adult, you see a lot more of what the film is about. And also then there's that whole thing of like, I relate. I think I relate so much to that, being a child, those long summers when you're out with your friends, and kind of like the stuff about he says about when we went to high school. Teddy and Vern, we basically drifted from them, and as I said, like, that happened to me as well. I experienced that. Like a lot of my best friends from primary school, and we didn't have a falling out or anything. It was just like a natural shift, because you're in different classes a lot of the time, and you just find new people. It's just life. And that does happen. And it was such an accurate moment when he says that. It just really hits home. It's so relatable.
I guess when you've made this experience, it is. Like for me, I wouldn't have made that experience. Just very different life experience. So that's why. But I of course I know the appeal and the beauty of the summer.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows that, and also as a child, like you were running around
and just hanging out with your friend. You just
you've
no responsibilities. You're just,
I know,
you have your dinner and you're out playing until like nighttime.
Can you imagine what it would be like to just have like 6 weeks off to do absolutely nothing but meet with your friends
and
every day,
go on holiday for a week somewhere,
Yeah, but like, and I do I do remember the summer thing, the feeling and everything, like that's related to it. As I said, for me, not so much losing my friends, but it's definitely, and also the adventure, that the freedom that they have as kids.
And like, the other thing, like, is like, the performances of the four of them, at that age, for such a heavy film, it's fantastic.
Very,
and, like,
very good. Yeah.
And Wil Wheaton said that, like, Rob Reiner, basically what he did was, like, they had to search for a lot of kids to try and get the roles. He just tried to because, as Rob Reiner said himself, who directed it, at that age you can't ask a kid to push too far in terms of finding emotions. So what he had to do was he had to find kids that were as close to the roles that they were cast for as possible.
Wow.
And that's what he did. So, like, he said, like, that River Phoenix was very wise. Again, like Chris, was very wise for his age. Wil Wheaton was a very smart, very clever, very sensitive kid, like Gordy. Corey Feldman, like Teddy, was wild. Came from a broken family, rough relationship with his parents. He was very highly strung.
But that kind of makes the thing even sadder.
It does in a way. It does in a way, and like, and Jerry O'Connell, he said, was just so naturally funny, and just had such a Vern-like quality about him that they're just like, we have to cast it. But you're right, because apparently Wil Wheaton said that, like, his parents kind of pushed him into acting, and he didn't want to do it, and like, so. he
Yeah, there
wasn't
is this
comfortable at all, you know.
unrealistic expectations of
Yeah.
the parents. That
was in real life, like that his parents
yeah,
wanted
but
him to do
yeah,
acting
but that's
and
what I
he
mean. So
apparently
like
didn't want
in a way, I mean, of course, there's
Yeah.
the dead brother,
Yeah.
but all in all, he also has that thing that he's, like if he doesn't want to like meet his parents or in this case his father's expectations, he's overlooked,
Yeah.
and like completely ignored,
And that's why he probably feels like
Yeah.
again during that flashback where the brother says like about did you read the story that Gordy wrote? It was really good, and like the father just dismisses that, and then later, Gordy says to Chris, "You're like fuck writing. I don't want to be a writer," because he's probably thinking my dad sees it as a nothing thing,
As
so
a nothing thing,
I
yeah.
don't want to do writing. It's stupid, And I guess just quickly touch on Kiefer Sutherland.
Mhm.
As Ace, as you said, like
Brilliant.
horrible but fantastic performance.
Fantastic performance.
He's such a
Yeah,
shithead,
really, really good.
and like apparently he kind of like at times would try and like with them just for the effect for the film would kind of intimidate him a little bit, during the making a little bit like just to kind of keep that little age, going. But is it
How
funny?
old was he when he was doing that? Like in
He must have been. I mean, he's supposed to be 18. He's probably by the early
22,
20, maybe 21 or
yeah.
2. So he was. It was one of his first films, but he said that when he grabbed the hat, when they take
Yeah.
Marty, which is horrible. When they take
Yeah.
his brother's hat that he gave to him.
Yeah.
He said initially his natural thing was to put it on, and Reiner, the director, said no, he wouldn't do that. It would mess up his hair. He
Oh yeah, he wouldn't mess up his hair.
He'd take
actually.
it, but he wouldn't like put it on. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be that much to him. And then like Wil Wheaton said like Joe, because at the end he said to Robbie, he said like, why doesn't Gordy get his hat back at the end of the film? And he says like when they went around the corner they threw the hat in the bin. It wasn't about the hat. It was just about
Taking it.
about hurting about hurting him.
Yeah,
That's all
about
they wanted
hurting him and also about asserting dominance.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of.
It wasn't
Yeah.
about the hat. It was like, this means something to you, so we're going to take it from you now, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
But,
No, absolutely.
yeah.
Psychology was kind of like
Yeah.
quite straightforward.
Yeah.
Also, the cruelty of it.
Oh yeah.
Like there's, like because you always sometimes have these characters that are kind of assholes, but
Yeah.
you're also kind of like they're kind of fun.
Yeah, but he is just.
But
horrible.
he's just absolutely
Horrible.
cruel and terrible, and
'Cause he knows that like everyone obviously because
Yeah.
they're in a small town, they know his brother died, and he says my brother gave me that hat, So
Yeah, but it also shows the lack of empathy.
That's what I'm saying.
Of, but like maybe not just like of the town, but also of this time.
Yeah.
Maybe nowadays
Well, I
things
don't know.
would
Like I mean,
maybe be a bit more
yeah,
different.
but
I guess.
I mean, I think it's a little fair to say that I'm sure there was plenty of people at that time that were really nice as well. You can't say everyone.
Oh no,
And
no,
every-
but it has nothing to do with niceness or not. I think it has a lot to do.
The empathy you're
with,
talking about, like
no, I think it has a lot to do with upbringing. Like because like if you look at all of the fathers or like you only see one father, but you hear a lot about the fathers, and you can already imagine that their fathers would have been these kind of crueler, detached, emotionally
Yeah,
detached.
yeah.
Obviously not everyone, clearly, but like a lot of them would have been like if anyone goes through the war, like that does something
It
to
does
them.
something to you. Yeah.
And like and then of course empathy is just also not a value that would be cherished anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't even like probably not even occur as a word during that generation.
possibly,
Maybe like it's not a value. Like at the time it was about dominance, about coolness, as you say. It wouldn't have messed up his hair. It wasn't about, oh yeah, look, it's his brother. Like all of this wouldn't have mattered. Because like the values would have been completely different. And I mean obviously not for everyone, because you always have bad guys, good guys, more or less, right? But I still think that there's you can see the different values that would have been more perpetrated at the time. I mean, they also say, oh, you little faggot or whatever, like there's not just light homophobia, there's like very, very clear homophobia, and it's kind of
I remember just on Ace, I remember my mom, I think one of the first times I watched it with her, and that scene where he takes the hat, she just brought up, he's a bastard, isn't he? It's just like
he is a bastard.
Which I suppose that was it creates some sympathy for the kids as well, and that he's the antagonist. The one last little nugget of trivia I'll give you on this is that originally Michael Jackson was supposed to sing a version of Stand By Me for the film.
Right.
But Rob Reiner decided not to go that way because the film was set in the 50s.
Okay.
He thought going with the original version would fit better with the tone of the film because
I
it
actually
was a 50s
agree with
film.
that.
Yeah,
I agree
no, I
with
think
that.
so
I
as
think
well.
that was a good
I think it was a good
decision.
call. Yeah.
Even though I'm sure that Michael Jackson would
Oh,
have
would have done a great version.
done an absolutely brilliant version. But yeah,
the classic version with Benny King, I think that's why he wanted
Yeah.
to stick with that era because it was the 50s.
Yeah.
You know, that he grew
and
up
there's
with.
been so many versions of that song over the years.
Oasis did a version, but
But
no one does it as good. Benny
No,
King's
no,
version is the
no.
best.
I would agree
It's
with
classic.
that.
It's
I
the
would-
original version.
And
It's
as I
classic.
said, I also love that it's kind of like the theme, like at the beginning and the end of the film, before the actual thing comes in. You know,
through,
like
yeah,
you have the orchestral version, and that definitely underlines the whole the whole story.
Yeah.
And also the kind of the friendship and the connection between the characters,
Yeah.
and this thing that they had going. So
It's
yeah,
like
that was great.
they say like it's probably the best kind of coming of age film ever made. A lot of people say that, because they're literally, as you say, even you touched on it, like they're kids and they're experiencing all this heavy stuff of what's to come in adult life. It's coming, like they're about to be teenagers. They're a couple of years they're going to be adults. Their
I mean, to
life
be
and
fair, I've
responsibilities.
seen I love coming of age movies. Really love them.
So this is perfect for you then.
Yeah, I
in that
loved.
way.
Watched
'Cause
a lot
tell,
of them.
I could tell this observing you because
Yeah.
I do that often when I watch. People probably notice I glance at you sometimes, just garner your reactions. But I could tell that
Irish guy reacts to Transylvanian girlfriend
watching,
reacting.
but like, this should be a separate video in itself. But like, I could tell just like even just sometimes the silence that I could tell. It was kind of having an impact on you as you were watching it. You were feeling it, like you were feeling the characters and everything, and I could tell that was there. So
No,
I'm really
absolutely.
glad that you kind of taught so well of it and you so much to say in it because as I said it's my favorite film. There's a lot. It's a really really well made film.
I mean, it wasn't Dracula,
But what's funny is the next film that we're going to be watching, we plan to watch, is also directed by Rob Reiner, who directed this,
Okay.
but different. Also based on a Stephen King novel, but a little bit of different. But
Oh dear Lord, what is it?
Misery.
Oh yeah, okay.
With Kathy Bates and James Caan, which is also
Probably
fantastic.
psychologically also quite interesting. So
yes, it's a
let's
brilliant.
see.
Yeah, it's a brilliant
Let's see how
film.
that
It's
goes.
a very different but brilliant film as well.
All right.
But guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction to Stand By Me, and until next time, slán go fóill.